and then looking at older maps like Kafe and see what we can do to improve them to like have it to our expectation.
Right. And you've been here since the start, so you've had 3 years of experience to draw on to improve Kafe. But Mehdi, I'm used to play on Kafe the way that it is now. So as a player, what needed to be changed about Kafe, and how is this going to affect my playstyle?
Okay, Kafe was already pretty interesting. Some objectives were a bit weaker than others, so that's the first thing we wanted to figure out. And also some of the layout change that needed to be done to be sure that these objectives would be more viable. Yeah, that's pretty much.
And as we can see in the video playing right now, it seems like that's not all it changes. Kafe looks like it's gotten a fresh new coat of paint.
Yeah, we looked also at old thematics we had, and we have new text now, and we wanted to improve some of them to make it like more memorable.
And there's a lot of wood paneling everywhere. Tell me about that.
Yeah, that's the thing we wanted to make the destruction behavior more consistent. Like, have you seen in maps like Villa, everything that's made of wood now, we want players like to know what's going to happen, like know the behavior. So the big bar we had on the 3rd floor, now it's like fully destructible, so people can use it, poke holes for attackers, defenders. So now you don't like have this question in mind, like, can I use this? Can I not use this? Is this destructible or not? Yeah.
Am I going to shoot it? And then my teammates are wondering what I'm doing. So I think we're going to see a theme here where there's all of this wood, and it's going to give players more options to open up the map. And I think that's the direction that you're going with Kafe. So let's start breaking down the map in a more technical way, and we'll break it down floor by floor. We'll start with the 3rd floor. On the screen, you'll be able to see the tactical overview of the Kafe 3rd floor Kafe rework. Tell us what's changed here, Mehdi.
Okay, so the 3rd floor is a really, really interesting objective. The thing we wanted to make sure to improve on is entrances for attackers. That's something that's a bit frustrating because all entrances are either from rappel or the stairs. So we didn't want to like change the design overall. We didn't want to add like balconies inside. We wanted to keep the original intention of the design. So what we did is like create balconies connected to the main balconies. And with that, we could add like a new hatch, we could add a new window. And from there, wow, now we have like different entrances.
And you mentioned that attackers are, of course, benefiting from these new ways to attack onto the objectives. Is it mostly just attackers that benefit, or can defenders also take advantage of these new balconies?
Yeah, it's something that's not really... it's something that we wanted to make it like so it fits with the overall design of the map. So attacker can use it, defenders can use it, but not only for this objective. We want people to use it like for defending 2nd floor, defending 1st floor, attacking. It's really like something that's now part of the integral design of Kafe.
Awesome. So everyone benefits.
Yes.
And it also seems like your play style is not really affected too much just yet.
I mean, no, in this case, it's going to play mostly the same. It's going to be obviously a bit different, but people won't be completely lost, like it's a new completely objective.
Yeah, right. So that is a good overview of the 3rd map, the 3rd floor. Let's now move downwards a level, take the elevator down, and again, on the screen, you'll be able to see the new 2nd floor for the Kafe rework. Again, Mehdi, what here has changed?
So on the 2nd floor, one of the major things that changed is not the layout or the art. Something we really, really wanted to have for this is a 4th objective. So we had to figure out which rooms could combine to make an interesting objective, like with rooms that had like nice connection. We could have like good like destruction, verticality.
Did you put our collar on?
We decided to use the reading room and the fireplace to make a completely new objective. People obviously know the fireplace, they know the reading room, which wasn't really a planned mob objective, but they already know what it is. So we had to like tweak a bit the destruction of the reading room, and by doing that, and play and doing a lot of play sessions, like forget out, it's a pretty good combo.
And there was
Stairs
already an
right there?
objective here on the 2nd floor, of course. So why add a 2nd objective to the 2nd floor?
So adding a 4th objective mostly is having another objective is better, of course, but also for people playing like in different levels, having another objective means like a new strat you can work on. Or if you feel like another objective you don't really like playing on, you still have 3 other objectives left instead of having 2 objectives left. So it adds to the replayability of the map overall.
Right, so now you have 4 objectives you're playing on. So again, more replayability, more options. And if there's one objective you really don't like, now you can just straight up avoid it.
Yeah, hopefully.
And this objective, the new one, is also a little bit interesting because it takes bits and pieces from other objectives that we've seen in other game modes. Tell us about that.
So yeah, it takes a fireplace and a mining room, which was already an objective, and now combined with the reading room is like just something completely new, but still familiar to most people.
Right, so if you've only ever played Bomb, maybe you've gone through these rooms before, but if you have played the other game modes, then you've actually played in these as a site.
Exactly.
Awesome. And now this is where you can really help us, Mehdi, since this is your map and you are the expert. What would be a strong way as an attacker for us to take this new objective?
So a good way to do it, if you've paid attention to the games that have been played this weekend, verticality is just a huge aspect. So what you would need to do is like first take control of the third floor, get operators with good destruction possibilities, just occupy the third floor, make sure like you own it, and after a while just open up on the ceiling and just pick up people. At some point, if you get 1, 2 people, it's GG. You just go down and collapse on the side.
So would you want to take Buck or maybe Gridlock and or Super Shoddy?
Yeah, anyone that can like create holes is going to be really strong, especially if they have grenades or yeah.
Yeah. So let's move on now to the first floor, which is where the bulk of the changes have happened. So again, you'll be able to see the tactical view of the first floor on the screen. Mehdi, walk us through the changes.
Yeah, first floor is what we first started working on. The first thing we wanted really to figure out was what do we do with the breakthrough objective? It's like an objective that was kind of problematic and we really, really wanted to fix. So the first thing we did was take the objective from the bakery and place it into the kitchen. So what this does is that players now have to actually commit into the building. We didn't really like the gameplays of people like staying outside the bakery and then like people getting run out, and like it was like the same games after game. So that was a no-no for us. So by doing that, we decided to like reshape the layout of the kitchen. And we made it slightly bigger, and we also like changed the flow of the main floor, so people have to go through the main entrances, which wasn't really used too much. So that was where like a good amount of the changes were.
And so people being able to dance outside of the bakery kind of endlessly waiting for something they can take advantage of, was that the main problem with this first floor objective?
Yeah, that was one of the main problems, which was like really, really annoying for defenders. And also, for attackers, it was mostly the same game after game. There wasn't a lot of variety in gameplay. Now with this new kitchen, like there's loads of ways. We added like destruction over the kitchen. So from mining, kitchen, you have destruction now. You can use also the bakery still works. I mean, you can still get in and take control of the bakery and get into the kitchen, but you're gonna need to commit a bit more.
So given that now attackers actually have to commit to their attack, can you help us out again and give us a strong but safe way to take this first floor objective?
Absolutely. What I would do with my team is go again, take control of the second floor, because now we have this new destruction. And once you do that, like you try to see if you can like clear roamers, and when all is done, if it's done properly, you can start making your way down and like figure out where you want to attack the objective from.
So would it be advantageous to have one of those roamers, maybe Nook, for example, going on the first floor while everyone else descends from the second floor?
Nook would be actually really interesting to use in this strategy, yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Mehdi.
It's been a pleasure.
That was the first look at the new Kafe rework. It is diversified and open with so many